Johanna Vanderspool, and welcome to my online advice column. Now, if you know me, you understand that this is not a stretch in my personality, but if you don't know me, then why would you trust that my opinion is any good? I mean, there's an internet full of Dear Abby sites and Dr. Phil pontificating on television. I'm not new at this. I mean, I really did have a column called Dear Joe when I was back in middle school. Anyone that knows me also knows that I gravitate toward the opinionated side, but not without the thought out and thorough research. So now that we have my credentials fully considered, this week's advice is about how to lease a car. To start, you need to know what kind of car you want. So what is it about the car that you like? I mean, is it the room capacity? Is it the safety? Is it gas mileage? Is it that you want to look like a hottie toddy?
Here I go again on my own.
You gotta know your amenities that you can live with and live without. Can you deal with 2 doors versus 4 doors, cruise control, roll down windows, and there are cars that have roll down windows still. The next thing is to pick 3 dealerships. 3, 4 at the max. But wait, the research is not through. Please don't go to the dealerships yet. You gotta go to your dealership's website. So see what the national deals are, and you'll also find out what the MSRP value of each car is. Now, for you newbies out there, MSRP means manufacturer's suggested retail price. Each car has a standard range depending on the amenities offered. Now that you've done your window shopping, right, you should definitely go to Carfax.com. Now, why would you want to go to Carfax.com? Now, you're not buying a car, but it gives you the historical data on the overall car you have chosen. This is especially important if you're purchasing a car by owner, which this is leasing, but you're purchasing a car by owner or you're going to a smaller dealership like CarMax.com. Now, the Kelley Blue Book value of any car sort of gives you the idea on the depreciation, the resale value of the car, and it's just important to know sort of the history of every car that you're looking into, if it's a 2009, 2008, whatnot. And then, of course, the end-all to be-all to shopping before you go to the dealership is to go to Consumer Reports. This is so important. It gives you basically what the experts think on the car, likability, the saleability, the safety, all that stuff. I know you want to drive the cars already, come on! Now, you can hoof it to the dealers. Be prepared to shop, not buy, for at least 4 days or 2 consecutive weekends. Tell those nice chaps at the dealership that, you have an absolute end date to buy. They will take you seriously and they will work for you. Now, we've come to the test drive. Here's what to expect.
All right, let's take this baby for a spin.
Let's do it. This is all male dominated, it's all guys. So they're going to try to upsell the car. They won't give you the traditional car that you've asked for, what's on the national deals, what's advertised. They'll give you the car that has the leather seating, the espresso machine in the back. They'll give you the leg rub. They'll do everything that they can to make you feel like this is the car that you must have.
Rear area feeling warmer?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, all of that's BS. Don't get distracted. Think about what you need to do, okay? You're driving this vehicle. Does the air conditioning work? Does the radio work? Can you look underneath the hood of the car?
How clean is that?
Everything that it makes you feel like the car is operating really well. So, you like the ride. He says, let's sit down and have a chat. Stop. What did you do wrong so far? Rewind. You failed to do a couple things. One was to get your credit score. You should have gotten your credit score before you've come, because then you have the upper hand. You know that your credit score is rocks. So where do you go to get your credit score? You go to myfico.com. You also forgot to negotiate the cap value. When I first started out this little research project, I was like, what the heck are they talking about? Now, the cap value can be determined by 2 people, you and them. Now you have a car and you want to trade it in and you want it to be put into the deal for your lease. Now, if your car is worth $5,000 by the Kelley Blue Book value and you determine that the MSRP of this vehicle is $20,000, then your cap value minus the $5,000 trade-in would be $15,000. With cap value, you can negotiate it and say, this car has these amenities, and I just can't buy this car at $20,000. I'm not going to do it. I will buy this car for $18,000. And the dealership can say no, but most likely they'll say yeah, especially if you know that you have that good credit score. Now, on the dealership side, they can also negotiate the cap value by saying, this is a holiday sale, and we're giving you a $2,500 rebate value back. But whatever it is, you gotta know the MSRP, and you gotta negotiate the cap value, especially if you wanna buy the car at the end of the lease. Now you need to make sure that you get the brochure, take pictures, even better yet, of the car that you're driving, because you need to remember what kind of amenities this particular car has, because at 8 p.m. your Alzheimer's is going to come in and you're going to have forgotten all the different cars that you've driven. Before you sit down with that person, you should be determining the deal points with this person. Is it 24 months versus 36 months? Is it $2,000 down? Is it coming with a maintenance package? You determine all these deal points. But the biggest blunder that you have done, you don't even know that you have done it yet, but you've done it, you've actually not left. You need to leave. Tell them that you really like them, but you know what? This is not the deal for you. And this is the time that you're going to be a pompous ass.
I'm dead sexy. Look at my sexy body.
Essentially what you're gonna do is tell them that you've gotten a better deal somewhere else. So you're gonna say to them, you know, this is a great deal and everything, but you know, I've already gotten a great deal over at Nissan. It's so lovely. You know, let me think about it. I just don't know what to do. Play the damsel in distress. So, back to the race. You know, you've taken a day off, you thought about it, and they've called you and said, hey, you know what? I know you left on the first offer, but you know, we've got a better offer. You know what? That $2,000 down, I think I could do the $2,000 down. Before I said I could, but now I can. My manager's being so nice to me. Okay, sure. Go ahead and come back.
So how'd you like the ride?
Loved it. It was really great.
Yeah?
Loved it.
Okay, so you've come back and you sit down with them and they say to you, what is a good offer? Okay, so in leasing terms, it's basically the lowest cap value for the highest residual value. Now that seems like bizarre language to me. Okay, what does that really mean? Okay, it means low down payment, upfront payment. It means a short leasing terms, 24 versus 36. It means a high resale value on the car, and it means a low cap, meaning that at the end of the lease, if you want to buy the car, you don't have to buy it for so much. So that's what a good offer is. Okay, at this point, they're gonna run your credit report. Now they realize you have awesome credit, so they want to go over the deal points. But hold on to your horses, because the race has just begun.